Welcome to the training. So excited for this today. I am going to be teaching you how to grow your business while working full time. Welcome to the training. Hello, welcome. As you're joining, let me know where you're from, what type of work you do, what type of business you're growing. My name is Heather Colledge. I am the founder and CEO of Elite Nurse to Coach Academy, and I'm so excited to teach you today how to grow your business while working full time. So almost all of my clients are working full time in their businesses. So I'm really excited to give you tips and tricks on how to do that. And I did the same when I first started. So when I first started my business back in May of 2015, I started online coaching. I was doing health and wellness coaching with a company, and I had a little boy. I got pregnant shortly after, and so then I had a baby and a little boy while I was working full time in the ICU and building my business at the same time. So, and that's also when my husband was working nights, holidays, weekends, just like me. So we would do rotating. When he was home, I would watch, or when I was home, I'd watch the kids. When he was home, he'd watch the kids, and we would flip flop our schedules so one of us was home. So we were both working nights, holidays, weekends. He's in law enforcement, and so that was our life for many years. So I'm excited to teach you today how to grow your business while working full time because I have a background in that. That is exactly what I did. So a little background on me, I am the CEO of Elite Nurse to Coach Academy. I've been in online business now for 10 and a half years, and I've enrolled over 600 clients in the last 10 and a half years. So I'm excited to teach you how to balance your work, your life, and your business all at the same time because I've been able to do that. And I'm not perfect, but I want to give you tips and tricks that have helped me along the way so that you can have a more sustainable and profitable business. So that's a little background on me. Be sure to stick around to the end. I have some bonuses at the end for live attendees. So be sure to join us in Zoom. Be sure to click the link and join us here in Zoom. That is a little background on me. So I was with the health and wellness company for about 5 years. It allowed me to walk away from nursing, replace my nursing income, but I was building someone else's dream. I really wanted to have my own business, but I was so scared to start. So eventually I hired a business coach to help me transition from health and wellness coaching into having my own business because I had been with like a network marketing company. So I really didn't know how to have a business of my own. I didn't know how to create a program, how to do pricing, how to sign up clients, how to put all of the legal things, how to set up all of those things. So I hired a business coach. And that was my probably my third coach that I had hired at that point. And she really helped me get everything set up and ready to go. And so in January 2020, I launched my own business. And in the first month, I earned 15,000. In the first year, I earned 200,000 gross income. And then it took about 3.5 years to reach 2 million. And then in the last 6 years, we've done 4 million. So just celebrating that number, we just hit 4 million this week. And we also just hit our 6 year anniversary a few weeks ago. So I'm really excited about that. Very sustainable, very profitable. It has absolutely changed our family's lives. It's given me more freedom, more fulfillment, and more flexibility in my schedule than anything else that I've ever done. And so I'm so grateful for this time freedom, for the flexibility and the creativity that comes along with being an entrepreneur and being able to build my own business and not having anyone tell me what to do. So it's awesome to be my own boss. And this is what I teach other women and business owners how to do. So I'm going to teach you today how to grow your business while working full time without burning out, dropping the ball at home, or living in constant guilt. So today we are talking about something most coaches do not understand: how to grow a business when you're still working full time in a high responsibility career. Even if you're only working part time and you have a family, I know how busy that is. This is coming from lived experience. So I built my coaching business while working as an ICU nurse. Long shifts, emotional exhaustion, responsibility for human lives. I always did night shift. I was an ICU nurse for 8 years. And so if you ever feel like there's not enough hours, you're constantly behind, your brain is fried after work, your family needs you, and your business keeps getting the leftover version of you, this training is going to change how you see your time, your capacity, and your strategy. So here is the truth. You do not have a time problem. You have a business model problem and a decision fatigue problem. So I'm going to teach you how to fix these today. Most nurses, coaches, and health professionals try to grow their businesses like a full-time entrepreneur, but you're not a full-time entrepreneur yet. So you're trying to do content every day, DMs every day, discovery calls every day, client calls every day, admin every day, family every day, chores, house, cooking, cleaning, all the things every day, and it's not sustainable. You don't need more hours. You really need a business that is designed for someone who works full time. So this is what I'm going to teach you how to do. So here is a framework that'll be very helpful for you. If you can't work on your business like I did night shift, and honestly, I was able to work on my business for a few hours in the middle of the night when things were slow. If you don't have that luxury, let's say you work during the day, then this is my framework that will be really helpful for you. So number one, work your business on the days that you have off. So if you work 3 shifts per week, work on your business for the other 4. If you work 5 days a week, really work a lot on your business for the 2 days that you don't have work. So the best you can do is to pick 3 non-negotiable business days. So for example, whatever days you have off, those are CEO days. That instantly removes guilt from the other days when you are working your 12-hour shifts. Number 2, each one of those days has one job. So one day, content and visibility. So you are batching your content for the entire week so that it's really simple to copy and paste during the week when you're working and you're really busy. Day 2, sales activities. It looks like sending DMs, invites to discovery calls, connecting in messages with people, and doing sales calls also. So this looks like sales calls, DMs, invites to calls. And then the third day, client delivery and systems. So this is where you do your client calls. This is where you work on your back end system. So creating, working on your program, your platform, your links, like anything that you're working on behind the scenes, really working on all those systems, email marketing, anything like that. So you're never asking like, what should I do today? Because you have a plan and decision fatigue disappears. Number 3, you build a high ticket, low volume model. You cannot hold tons and tons of clients at a low ticket price, or you will burn out. You will have far too many clients. You won't be able to hold space for them when you are super busy with work. So this is why it's really important to make sure that you have a signature, comprehensive, high ticket program so that you can work with a few clients and still earn $5,000 to $10,000 a month. You really only need like 3 to 5 clients to be earning $3,000 to $5,000 a month. So when we look at that, you can't do low ticket. So do not be charging like $26 for a program, $56 for a program. Like you can't do high volume. You've got to raise your prices so that you can work with less people and still be able to make a profit and still be able to be making money. So fewer clients, higher price, deeper service. They get incredible support and service working with you. That's the only model that's going to work while you're employed, unless you have 1 million followers on social media or even like 100,000 followers. But the majority, 99% of the nurses that I work with and health pros who start with me have very small followings, just like I did when I first started. And guess what? I also still have a pretty small following because I have such a specific niche. I have still combined from all of my accounts probably less than 10,000 followers, which is actually very small. There are a lot of business coaches out there with 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, and they appeal more to the masses. But I am more specific to a very specific niche, and so I'm okay with that. And I don't need a huge following to be able to earn enough profit to keep the business running and sustainable, to pay all the bills and to create that time and freedom flexibility. And so it's the same for you. You don't need to be working with hundreds and thousands of clients to be able to earn enough money to replace your income, truly. So number 4, you stop trying to keep up and start building momentum. So you don't need to post daily. Don't listen to a business coach who tells you you need to post every single day of the week, 7 days a week, or you're terrible, blah, blah, blah. You do not need that. Quality over quantity. 3 strong posts per week is awesome. 10 real conversations with people per week. That can equal 2 to 5 discovery calls per week. That's enough to grow to consistent five to $10,000 months and beyond. If this is helpful for you, then I would love for you to be a part of our Next Level Nurse CEO program. So this is a membership. This is a monthly membership where you get access to live trainings like this every other week, where we are covering CEO mindset and also the latest business strategy for 2026. So if you would love to be a part of our Next Level Nurse CEO, I'm going to go ahead and put these links in. And then I will continue with the training, and I will talk more about the Next Level Nurse CEO program at the end. So I'll go ahead and put these links in the chat. So there are 2 options. Number one is $97 a month. The other is $897 in full for the full year. Plus, you also get a bonus one-on-one call with me when you choose to pay in full. So I went ahead and put those links in the chat on Zoom. And then I'll go ahead and put them here on Facebook, and that'll be great. Okay, perfect. So as we continue the training, how to prioritize your business, your family, and rest. This is where most people sabotage themselves. They feel guilty when they work. They feel guilty when they rest. They feel guilty when they're with family because you haven't decided what matters on what day. So here's the rule. When you are at work, be excellent at work. When you are home, be excellent with your family. When you're working on your business, be excellent at your business. On your family days, be fully off, be totally present with your family. This is something that I really struggled with in the beginning. When we start a business and we're excited about it, it's hard to not be on our phone and want to work on it 24/7 because it is available to work on 24/7, which I had never experienced that before, right? Clocking in, clocking out. It was a lot easier for me to like separate work and life. But then when you suddenly have a business that's on your phone that you can work on 24/7, that's where boundaries come in. You have to create boundaries where you are putting the phone away, being fully present with your family, being fully present at events. And then when you are working, being fully present with your business and your work at that time. So really figuring out, how to time block, make sure that you're fully present in whatever it is that you're doing. So that way you're not context switching like 40 times a day. This will give your brain so much more peace. It will increase your mental capacity. And then the other thing about this is it's so important to ask for help and be willing to delegate. So start out with domestic things, childcare, grocery delivery rather than going to the grocery store and wasting an hour or two. Simplify meal prep, do meal prep, have things ready to go for the week. That's going to be really important. And then another thing to keep in mind is making sure that we are asking for help. It's okay to ask for help, especially when we're busy, when we're working, when we are building our business. So you could also look at like care.com to hire a house cleaner. Maybe they come once a month. Maybe they come every other week. So those are some options there. Capacity and identity shift. So the real shift is this. You stop acting like a tired employee trying to build a business, and you start acting like a CEO who currently has a job that is funding her startup. So this is really important. This is why I recommend that you work full time while growing your business, or at least be employed in some capacity so that you're bringing in income to invest in your business. It is so important to make sure that you have that. Otherwise, if you were to quit your job and just try to build your business with no income coming in, that's going to put so much weight and pressure on your shoulders that you don't want to have. We want to help you grow your business in joy, something that gives you so much fulfillment and excitement that you don't have to be worrying about whether you can pay your bills or not. So it's really important to make sure that you start building your business on the side and don't even think about leaving your job until your business has at least replaced your income. But it would be even smarter if your business has doubled the income that you're earning as a health professional before you choose to leave your work. That's going to be very important to make sure that you have money coming in to invest in your business and get the things in place that you need to get in place. So This identity shift removes that desperation. You're not behind, you're strategic. You're not overwhelmed, you're disciplined. You're not scattered, you're focused. So if you apply what I taught in this training, where you have, 3 or 4 CEO days, where you have one job per day, whether, the one day is sales, where you're having conversations, inviting to sales calls, doing sales calls. One day is all about the marketing and so batching your content for the week. You've got it ready to go. And then another day of the week is client fulfillment. So doing those calls and then also working on back end systems to make sure that you are continuing to work in your business. Um, on your business, not just in. So when you're working in your business, it looks like client fulfillment, to sales calls and all of that. And then all the back end systems get left behind. And this happens to coaches sometimes where they forget about how to improve things, how to put things into a system to save them a lot of time. So remember to work on that side also. Perfect. This is how you will be able to create that clear separation of work, business, and family. So also being very present in whatever moment you're in. So when you're with family, being present, when you're at work, being present there, and then when you're working on your business, being fully present there. You will be able to finally let go of that guilt and feel so much more relief. You will grow so much faster with less effort because now your business is built for the season of life that you're actually in. So don't try to do everything every single day or you will burn yourself out. So if you came in late to this training, be sure to go and watch the replay where I shared more at the beginning. Today I'm going to talk about our Next Level Nurse CEO membership. So I am so excited to be launching this and announcing it. And Next Level Nurse CEO is really where nurses, coaches, and health professionals stop surviving and start leading businesses they can actually sustain. You already know how to work hard. You've carried responsibility for people's bodies, health, and lives. You've led under pressure that most people never understand. But the skills that made you an exceptional clinician or practitioner do not automatically translate into scalable business leadership. When you're trying to grow a business while still working in your career, that's when it feels like decision fatigue, emotional exhaustion, income that feels capped, overgiving to clients while underpaying yourself, being the provider, marketer, manager, and still showing up at work, and never really feeling off because everything is on your plate. That is not a motivation problem, it's a mindset, it's capacity. It's identity, it's time management, and it's also a business structure problem. I know this because I lived it. I didn't start as a CEO. I started as an ICU nurse for 8 years, long shifts, high stress, the belief that sacrifice was the cost of success. But since then, I've built a 7-figure business, earned over 4 million in sales, and enrolled over 600 clients over the last 10 and a half years using sales, marketing, and systems and leadership that protected my energy, my marriage, my family, and my faith. So the biggest shift wasn't just learning the business tactics, it was also becoming the leader who could grow a business while still working, prioritizing my family without guilt, taking time off without everything falling apart, managing my time without feeling constantly behind, and the ability to also hold more clients and money without burnout. This is exactly what we work on inside of the Next Level Nurse CEO. For 1 full year, you get live Zoom trainings with me every other week about in our side of our Next Level Nurse community. So it's also on Zoom, just like we are now, every other week where we're diving deep. We'll have a Q&A at the end for any questions that you have. And you are receiving inside of this clear, confident CEO level mindset, business strategy for sales and marketing, time management for career, business, family, emotional communication mastery, and also how to have peace at home with faith and family first. So if you are someone who puts your faith, your family first, and you want to continue doing that while building a very successful, sustainable business, I'd love for you to type a number 1 in the comments because that's what it's all about. And then I'd love for you to type a number 2 if you'd love to grow in your capacity expansion to be able to hold more clients and money. So a number 2 for more capacity expansion. And then number 3, if you'd also love business strategy for sales and marketing, things that are working right now in 2026, drop a number 3. So this is high performance leadership for inner peace. So if you want to grow in peace and joy with a very sustainable, long-term, very profitable business that can eventually replace your income, then this is where it's at. So elite leaders don't wait until things break. They upgrade before demand peaks. And so I'll go ahead and put the links in the chat. So it is 97 a month for this program. This is our membership. It's a low ticket membership. And then if you choose to pay in full, you also get a bonus one-on-one call with me. And since you are live Darcel, then you also will receive an additional call with me when you click and join the Next Level Nurse CEO on the call today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and I'll give you a peek at what this looks like. So we have a Facebook community for our Next Level Nurse CEO membership. And it is incredible. So I'll go ahead and click share and show you what this looks like. So not only are you getting these trainings with me every other week, live in Zoom, and we Zoom into this group, but you also get additional training. So for example, how to be disciplined in your business, daily business activity tracker. So specific steps on exactly what to work on every day and every week in your business to help it grow and flourish. How to 10x your coaching business with personal development. Divine timing, 3 ways to overcome comparison and imposter syndrome. So if you are feeling like you're struggling with imposter syndrome, struggling to get your business off the ground because of that, then this video will be really powerful. 5 parts to writing a social media post that sells. So you'll find in this, there are trainings on business strategy, but then also trainings on how to have a CEO mindset. 4-step process to selling in stories. We have number 1 type of content that you are missing in your marketing. So tons of valuable content. We drip and add more trainings in addition to the trainings that I do every other week. So just a wealth of information there for you to be able to take your business to the next level, be able to have more peace and joy in the work that you're doing, and also be able to grow with solid business strategy and CEO mindset skills and strategies. So excited to have you with us in Next Level Nurse CEO. Go ahead and click the link to enroll, and I can't wait to see you there. This is the lowest ticket way to work with me. So if you've ever thought, oh, the Academy, I can't afford it, then let's take a look at Next Level Nurse CEO. This is your first step into my world to see what it's like, to give you a real taste of like the insane results that our clients are having. You know, we've helped multiple clients go from 0 to 6 figures in their first year inside of our academy. So also, if you would like to talk with me, if you have questions about our Elite Nurse to Coach Academy, or any questions at all about our Next Level Nurse CEO, or even our cash flow kickstart, you can go ahead and click this link to book a call. I'd love to chat with you more about your goals, what you would love to accomplish. So I went ahead and put that link in the chat. And again, if you click and join Next Level Nurse CEO right now on this training, then you'll get an additional bonus call with me. So let me double check here. Really excited to have you with us. So we have Loretta and Darcel here today. Amazing to see you both. I hope that you have an awesome week and best wishes to you and your business. So excited to work with you soon. Take care.